Caesar dreams of marrying a beautiful fish and even prepares a ring for her. However, he soon discovers that the rebellious fish has escaped his realm. Furious, he orders a search for her across all the waters of the earth. Meanwhile, on the riverbank, a boy named Amelia lives with his blind blacksmith father, who works from dawn to dusk. Amelia sneaks out to go sledding, but his father hears him and checks if he's grown enough to help with the work. Amelia pretends to still be small, which saddens his father, who hopes he will grow up soon. Amelia heads to the river to fish, but nothing bites. Frustrated, he complains, and suddenly the water stirs. An icy pillar shoots out of the river, splashing Amelia, and a magical pike appears in his bucket. He rushes home, starts a fire, and prepares to cook the fish, but it suddenly speaks. The fish offers to grant him 3 wishes if he releases her back into the river. Amelia accidentally uses his first wish, saying he wants to see the city but doesn't want to leave the stove. The pike magically moves the stove, carrying him to the city, scaring people and animals along the way. Freezing, Amelia stops the journey and makes his second wish, wishing for summer in the middle of winter. The snow disappears, replaced by green grass, but the road turns into a river and Amelia falls in. Wet and frustrated, he laments that he's wasted 2 wishes with no benefit. While contemplating his third wish, Amelia encounters bandits. They find nothing valuable and take his bucket with the pike. Determined not to lose the fish, Amelia grabs the bucket and runs, but the bandits chase and catch him, hanging him upside down from a tree. As he dangles, he sees a girl approaching from the river. She frees him, and he rushes to find his fish, but it's gone. The girl introduces herself as Vasilisa, and Amelia recognizes her voice as that of the pike. She gives him her scarf, which is actually one of her scales. Amelia uses his third wish to marry Princess Anissa, the daughter of Tsar Fen. At this time in the palace, Princess Anissa is meeting with the English ambassador, Lord Rothman, who presents her with exotic gifts. One of these is a mechanical organ, secretly operated by a dwarf inside. While Tsar Fen marvels at the invention, Amelia and Vasilisa sneak into the palace, climb over the fence, and observe the proceedings. Wanting to outdo the foreign invention, the Tsar claims they have something even better, a self-playing bayan, accordion, and whoever hears it will start dancing. The Lord asks to see it, but the Tsar orders it to be brought despite knowing he has no such magical instrument in his collection. Amelia jumps down from the fence and offers to find the miracle bayan in exchange for Princess Anissa's hand in marriage. The princess is shocked by the boldness of a commoner, but the Tsar is impressed by Amelia's bravery and agility, agreeing to his request. However, Vasilisa warns Amelia that the bayan is guarded by a clever and dangerous cat. The cat asks anyone it meets to choose a song. If they choose a sad song, the cat sings, and the listener falls asleep, only to be killed by the cat. If a cheerful song is chosen, the person will dance until they die. Despite the danger, Amelia is undeterred, and Vasilisa accompanies him to the dark forest where the cat resides. Once they arrive, Vasilisa leaves Amelia to face the cat alone. Amelia meets the cat, who asks him to choose a song. Amelia picks the sad song, but he surprises the cat by singing along, as it is a song his mother sang to him as a child. The song doesn't affect him, and the cat, touched, begins to cry. Amelia offers the cat some milk, and the cat willingly agrees to accompany him to the palace with the bayan. Meanwhile, Vasilisa is found by a frog, the messenger of Caesar. The frog reminds her that everything is prepared for her wedding and offers her a choice of dresses. Amelia overhears this conversation and learns that Vasilisa is in debt to Caesar for saving her from a net and losing a chess game to him. Amelia boldly claims he could beat anyone, even though he doesn't know how to play chess. The group returns to the palace, where Lord Rothman proposes to Princess Anissa. His proposal is interrupted by Amelia's arrival with the cat and the bayan. The cat plays the bayan, and everyone present starts dancing uncontrollably. The Tsar orders the bayan to be locked away and appoints the cat as the royal battle cat. Princess Anissa, unwilling to marry a mere peasant, devises a clever plan. She reminds everyone that as the Tsar's daughter, one wish is not enough for her hand in marriage, and requests time to come up with a second condition. At night, Princess Anissa seeks the help of her mother's ghost, Queen Agrippina, who comes up with an impossible task for Amelia. In the morning, Lord Rothman tries to impress the Tsar with another invention, an English juicer, a vegetable cutter powered by steam, again operated by the same dwarf. Tsar Fen has to admit the superiority of the foreign gadget. Then, Anissa reminds him of the legendary magic tablecloth that, when spread, produces any food. The Tsar summons Amelia and orders him to find and bring this magic tablecloth to the palace. Amelia and Vasilisa set off on their journey. Along the way, Vasilisa tells him that the magic tablecloth belongs to two brothers, Drinking Man and Eating Man, who live in the stone city beyond the kingdom's borders. As they travel, they come across a small house and ask for food. An old man offers them a humble meal and explains that they had a tough year, with no spring, leaving the fields unsown. Amelia feels guilty, and Vasilisa praises the couple's devotion, comparing them to a needle and thread. Amelia confidently states that he and Princess Anissa will be even better. He will work in the forge, while Anissa will manage the household and raise their children. Vasilisa laughs at his naive dreams. Soon they arrive at a small bridge marked as the border of Russian lands. Vasilisa warns Amelia that anyone who crosses the bridge will forget the Russian language and only speak a foreign tongue, but Amelia dismisses this. Vasilisa crosses first and speaks to him in an unfamiliar language, scaring him. When he returns to the bridge, she laughs, revealing it was just a trick, and he chases after her. Eventually, they reach the stone city, where they find the two brothers constantly eating. The brothers complain about how tired they are of their life and wish someone would take the magic tablecloth from them. When Amelia tries to take it, the giants hurl a coconut at him, knocking him unconscious. Vasilisa then asks the brothers for spring water. Seeing their reflection in the water, they feel ashamed and remember they were once brave warriors who fought against the Turkish Sultan. Now, they've become so fat they cannot even leave the stone city. They reluctantly offer Vasilisa the tablecloth, but at the last moment, they change their minds. However, Vasilisa manages to escape with the tablecloth and Amelia. Meanwhile, Lord Rothman talks to Anissa about London, sparking her dream of going abroad. Amelia, thinking only of his love for Anissa, picks flowers for her, but Vasilisa is unimpressed. She tries to open Amelia's eyes to the reality that Princess Anissa doesn't truly care for him and wants him dead, but Amelia refuses to believe it. Amelia recites the speech he plans to give to his bride, and Vasilisa agrees with him at first, but then quickly reminds him that he intends to marry someone else. For the first time, Amelia feels doubt. Later, Princess Anissa is informed of Amelia's return to the city. She and the Tsar rush to the square and see him distributing food to the townspeople, provided by the magic tablecloth. The Tsar suggests that Anissa reconsider her feelings toward Amelia, but she cannot understand her father's admiration for a commoner and once again seeks guidance from her mother's spirit. Anissa then announces that she will agree to marry Amelia only if he brings a blessing from her mother in the afterlife. Despite the Tsar's disappointment, Amelia promises to fulfill this condition. That night, Vasilisa tells him how to reach the kingdom of the dead, warning him that no one has ever returned from there. Amelia considers using his third wish, but decides to save it. On the way, Amelia and Vasilisa visit his father, but Amelia remains quiet, hoping not to be noticed. His father, however, senses his presence, not with his eyes, but with his heart. The old man invites Vasilisa to the table and speaks kindly of Amelia. Then he calls out to his son. Amelia, overcome with guilt, asks for forgiveness and uses his final wish to restore his father's sight. Vasilisa grants the wish and his father's vision is restored. When they reach the river, Amelia thanks Vasilisa for her help and returns her magical scale, but she still chooses to continue with him. Soon, they arrive at the kingdom of Kosai, the realm of the dead. Kosai, who turns out to be Vasilisa's father, greets them. He had turned Vasilisa into a pike as punishment for disobedience when she was a difficult teenager. Vasilisa asks him to summon the spirit of Tsarina Agrippina. Kosai checks her records and finds that Agrippina, though born a commoner, had oppressed the people and was cursed with eternal hunger as punishment. Kosai summons Agrippina, and Amelia asks for her blessing to marry Anissa, but she refuses. Feeling sympathy for his daughter, Kosai taunts Agrippina with food, promising to lift her curse if she gives her blessing. Agrippina eventually agrees and confirms the blessing by appearing before the Tsar, Anisa, and Lord Rothman in a mirror reflection. The Tsar rejoices with joy. Vasilisa bids farewell to her father, who warns her that Emilia will forget everything he has seen, including her. On the journey back, Vasilisa tells Emilia about this, and he is horrified, realizing that Vasilisa has become very dear to him. He cries out that he doesn't want to forget her, but Vasilisa only gives him a sad smile. Meanwhile, an enraged Anisa summons Agrippina and threatens to erase her from her life forever. The spirit admits that Emilia had magical help in completing his tasks, and because of this, Anisa considers sentencing him to death. However, she becomes more intrigued by the idea of the sorceress who had helped him. In the morning, Emilia wakes up in a boat and no longer recognizes Vasilisa, who then transforms back into a pike and dives into the water. Meanwhile, the Tsar is thrilled about the upcoming wedding, but the bride, Anisa, is hiding. Emilia goes to her but unexpectedly confesses that he has fallen in love with someone else, though he cannot remember who. Anisa, sensing an opportunity, seizes on his confusion and orders the guards to capture him. Emilia is taken to the town square, and his achievements, accomplished with the help of magic, are annulled. He is sentenced to execution. Saddened, the Tsar leaves, while Emilia reflects on his childhood and his father, trying to grasp fading memories of something important. Suddenly, Vasilisa appears in the square, having escaped from the Tsar's realm and taken human form. She offers her service to Anisa in exchange for Emilia's life. Anisa agrees and releases Emilia, who is thrown out of the city gates. With her first wish, Anisa makes herself Tsarina, removing the Tsar from power and locking him in a tower. Her second wish is to marry the King of England, and almost immediately, bagpipers enter the gates, delivering a marriage proposal from the British ruler. Lord Rothman is demoted to a dishwasher, while Anisa pauses before using her third wish. Emilia, now back with his father, struggles to recall someone important. The slimmed-down eating man and drinking man who had come to the wedding are saddened but cannot help. It's only when Emilia hears his father mention Vasilisa's saying about the needle and thread that he suddenly remembers her and realizes he loves her, not the princess. He rushes back to the city, with his father and the two giants helping him break through the gates. Emilia calls out for Vasilisa, who is surprised he remembered her. But Anisa intervenes, reminding Vasilisa of her third and final wish. Unfazed, Emilia declares he is no longer afraid of the princess, for even if she destroys him, she cannot harm his friends. Anisa uses her last wish to become a sorceress like Vasilisa, but she is immediately turned into a pike and discovers that her new power only allows her to grant other people's wishes. Anisa commands a servant to repeat a wish for her, but instead he wishes for some kvass and for the pike to find a husband. At that moment, the Caesar emerges from a well and takes Anisa to his kingdom. She initially resists, but agrees to become his queen, breaking Vasilisa's curse in the process. Emilia then repeats the speech he had once prepared for Vasilisa, to which she now agrees, and they share a kiss. The Tsar is restored to his throne, the English lord returns home, and Emilia and Vasilisa embark on their honeymoon, riding off together on the magical stove. The movie ends with their joyful journey. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this movie, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.